To make pancakes from scratch for one person, the first thing you'll need is flour. And for one person, you'll need around 3/4 cup of flour. And I typically use half white and half whole wheat flour. So here it is in the bowl here. That's 3/4 cup. Next, we'll go ahead and add 1.5 teaspoons of sugar. And then we'll add 1/4 teaspoon of salt. Then we'll add 1 egg. Then we'll add a half cup of milk. Then we'll add around maybe a tablespoon of oil, just a dabble of that. And if you have some, you can add maybe a teaspoon or so of vanilla. And the most important thing is the baking powder. That'll make the pancake very airy and fluffy. And make sure it's not too old. It shouldn't be more than 6 months to a year old. And we'll go ahead and add 2 teaspoons of that into our mixture. So now you can use either a fork or a wire whisk to go ahead and mix that all up. You can see if it's too liquidy, you want to add some more flour to that. So I'll go ahead and add a tablespoon of flour to make it more thicker. So you can see the bubbles forming because of the baking soda. So if you don't see bubbles, that means your baking soda is too old. So set your stovetop to around low to medium heat. And then get your skillet hot. Next, add some oil so the pancake won't stick to your bottom. Spread that around. Then go ahead and pour some batter on there. So you'll see some bubbles forming after a few minutes. So when the bubbles stop forming, then it's time to flip it over. That could take from 3 to 5 minutes depending on how hot the skillet is. So I'll go ahead and flip this one. So after you flip it, it'll probably take another 2 minutes for it to cook the other side. It should also rise a bit. So I typically eat these twice a week, but if you want to eat these and not gain weight, you have to also work out. So I typically bike 100 miles a week and also play squash maybe 3-4 times a week. But if you don't do that, you'll probably gain some weight from them. Just a warning.